Hola chiquitos, it's Senora with your Direct Objects Study Guide. So we have a study guide today to help us with direct objects, which are parts of speech that we use quite often in English and in Spanish. You have a quiz tomorrow on direct object pronouns, so make sure you have your super sharp ninja lapis and some papel so that you can do the study guide as I review it. So put me on pause, do a section, listen to the answers, and if there's something that you don't understand, something that I didn't explain, please send me a remind text, send me an email. There are ways for me to help you. So tomorrow we have a quiz, so this will help us get ready. So direct objects are, like I said, very common parts of speech in English and Spanish. We use them all the time. So how do you find a direct object in a sentence? Well, you need to find the verb. Once you find the verb, you ask two very specific questions, and they have to be these exact questions or you'll get the wrong answer. So you take the verb and you ask what? Oops, sorry about that, I have my weird keyboard on. What? Or you take the verb and ask who? So that tells us that a direct object can be a thing or a person. When we learned indirect objects, they could only be people. But direct objects can be a thing or things, a person or people. So you just have to take your verb and ask these two questions. The answer to the question will be the direct object. Now, you don't need to replace direct objects. If you want to say, I eat the pizza, you say, yo como la pizza. But if you don't want to say pizza 5,000 times, you can replace it with a smaller, more efficient word, it. I eat it. So that's where the direct object pronouns come into play. So our pronouns here will look familiar. If you want to say me, like he loves me, I just use me. If you want to say you, like I love you, we use te. That looks familiar. We used those before. She loves us, we're going to use nos. And I love yins, we're going to use os. So those four are the same as the indirect object pronouns. The new ones are the bottom four. If you want to say him, I see him, or it. I need it, masculine, like lapis, we're going to use lo. If it's feminine, I see her, or I need it, maybe it's a blusa or a falda, something feminine, we say la. Now for them, I need them or I see them is just masculine, los, or feminine, las. So you do have to figure out the gender on these bottom four. Okay, so we reviewed how to find the direct object. We reviewed what pronouns to use to replace the direct object. Now, where do we put the direct object pronoun? Exactly the same place as we did with the indirect objects. You put it in front of the verb. So if you want to say, I study it, let's say it is maybe the vocabulario. Then we say, yo, it's going to be vocabulario, so it is lo estudio. I study it. This is difficult because in English, our direct object pronoun is in the same spot as the direct object was. Like example, I eat it, I eat the pizza. They're both in the same position after the verb. But in Spanish, it comes in front of the verb. So it's a little tricky. So just remember, put it in front of the verb. Even if it's a negative, like I don't study it. Sorry, my Spanish keyboard's on. I still put my no out here, and this comes as close to the front of the verb as possible. So take a good look. Let's start by figuring out what the direct object in the sentence is, so that you can get a little practice finding the verb and asking what, who. So put me on pause right now and circle the direct object in the sentence. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. Just circle the direct object. Be careful. Okay, let's see how you did. So number 1, we want to make Christmas cookies today after school. Sounds good even in April. Want is the verb, want to make. So we have the whole verb phrase here, want to make. I ask my question, what? Who? Want to make what? Want to make who? Answer is Christmas cookies. That's the whole direct object. Number 2, I didn't see my friends at the basketball game last night. Where's my verb? See. See what? See who? Right, my friends. That whole thing, my friends, both words, is the direct object. She's going to buy her brother a video game for Christmas. You have to be careful with this one. So, is going to buy is the verb. Is going to buy what? Is going to buy who? Now, she's not going to buy her brother. He's not for sale. She's going to buy what? She's going to buy a video game. So a video game is the direct object. Her brother, that's the indirect object. She's buying it for him. That was from earlier on. The thing that we're worried about is this. She is going to buy it for Christmas. So a video game. Did you put your gloves in your backpack? Put is your verb. Put what? Okay, now since we practiced with finding the direct object, let's see if you remember which direct object pronoun to use. So which direct object pronoun would you use to say me? Like, he sees me. Yeah, me, good. What about if it's it masculine, like a lapis, or him? I need it, or I see him. Right, lo. What about us? She sees us. Nos. Them feminine. So them feminine would be something like botas or sandalias. I bought them. What would them be in this case? Right, it would be las. Good. What about you, singular and formal? I see you in the cafeteria. Te. Now, them masculine would be either, for example, could be a bunch of boys, a bunch of people, a bunch of masculine objects like lapises or trajes. Yep, los. So it feminine or her. So I need it, maybe mochila, referring to your book bag, or I see her, la. And you all, plural informal, this is if you're in Spain, that's why I put the informal here. So I miss yins so much, I miss yins, I would use os. So it's always important to read the directions. So it says rewrite the sentence or the question using a direct object pronoun. So that's telling me that there's going to be a direct object. I need to find it. And then I need to take it out and replace it with a pronoun. So Carmen y Juan tomaron las fotos con la cámara. So I see that Carmen and Juan took photos with the camera. So I look at my verb, took. I say took what? Took who? And there's my direct object, las fotos. So when I want to replace it and say Carmen and Juan took them with the camera, I'm going to use the pronoun them. My options are los and las. I'm going to use las because I can see here that it's feminine and plural. So when I put it together in my sentence, remember, it goes in front of the verb. There it is. Las tomaron con la cámara. There it is. Carmen and Juan took them with the camera. Go right in front. Ella compró la falda ayer. So here I see she bought the skirt yesterday. So bought what? Bought who? Oh, okay. The skirt's the direct object. So if I want to say she bought it yesterday, I need to come up with an it. So I have two options for it, lo and la. I can see here it's feminine. So I'm just going to place that in front of my verb and then I'm good. She bought it yesterday. So a lot of people missed the question on the Google form, the practice. So it works the same with questions. Do you have the money? Do you have the money? And I go, huh? You say, do you have it? So I want to replace have what? Have who? The money. I want to replace money with it. Do you have it? So I have two options for it, lo or la. I can see here that it is a masculine noun. I mean, you can really look at the article most of the time. It's either going to be un or una, el or la. It could be los or las, unos or unas. But remember, the end of the word is also an indicator of what the gender is. So do you have it? So here I go to write my question. I don't see a subject because you don't have to write to. I'm just going to put it in front of my verb. Lo tienes? Lo tienes? You remember when we would play bingo, we would say, sí. You'd be like, lo tengo, I have it. So it just comes in front. Lo tienes means, do you have it? Because it's all in there. Do you have it? So don't be intimidated by questions. It just goes in front of the verb. I see Sophia in class. So see is my verb. See what? See who? Sophia is my answer. So I want to say I see her in class. So her is going to be la. And I put it in front of my verb. I see her in class. So remember, even if there's a no, the la comes right in front of the verb. So keep that direct object pronoun in front of the verb. The no comes outside it. So here we go. Put me on pause and try these. Let's see, there are 8 of them. So they're already written with a direct object pronoun, but then I tell you what the direct object is, so you can choose accordingly. So put me on pause and then I will give you the answers. Remember, put your pronoun in front of your verb. Okay, don't be frustrated if you didn't get your verb tense right, because we have it here in present, we have it in past tense. Just as long as your pronoun is correct and you placed it correctly, you'll be okay, because the quiz tomorrow, I'm not testing you on verb conjugations. So she bought them yesterday should look like this. She, ella, los compró ayer. She bought them yesterday. They used it last night, the computer. Ellos, it is la computadora, usaron anoche. They used it last night. I took it after school. It is el examen. Yo lo tomé después del colegio. Good. I took it after school. Now you're probably wondering, do I have to write ella and ellos and yo? You don't. But I'm writing them to show you where the placement of everything is. You can say lo tomé después del colegio. That's totally amazingly awesome. But I'm showing you that it goes in that order. So if you do use yo, that's where it would be. You ate them after practice, the cookies. So tú, galletas is them. I can see that it's feminine and plural. Las comiste después, oops, del entrenamiento. You could also say práctica, that's fine. But entrenamiento is the one we learned. So you ate them. I want to see you. Present tense now. We can see we have 2 verbs here, want to see, but still put your little pronoun in front. Yo, te is you, quiero ver. I want to see you. The teacher does not need to see me. El profesor. So I filled in the rest of them because I have about 30 seconds. So the teacher doesn't need to see me. Notice how that comes right in front of my verb. Okay, the nose pushed out, never in the middle. We prefer to watch it now. Coming out, there's the la for película. And Señora loves us. All right, if you have any questions, send me a remind text. I will help you. Hasta luego. Ciao, ciao.